Hello, and welcome to Papa Smurf, the Roadwork Continues adventure. And it has been extended through October of 2022. Let's go on an adventure. Whee! Our adventure continues with them putting in the drain lines. In our last video, we saw how they had cemented in the connections to these boxes connecting the drain lines. And here we see they are connecting them across the roadway so it can drain from the other side. Interesting. Let's continue on. They have put a box in on the other side for the water to drain into. Boy, such a big box for just one little line. Maybe there's more to this. Well, let's go on the adventure and see. After laying the pipe in the ground, they now cover it all with rock. Wow, a lot of rock going in there. As you can see here, they have the pipe installed and all the gravel and rock on top of it, connecting it all. You can see they've been driving over it and it's caused a dip. It's going to take a while for all that rock to settle in there. They have the pipe in, they have the rock in. Now they're covering it all over with dirt. Zooming in where they're putting in the roundabout, you can see they're continuing to connect all the drain lines together with boxes and pipes. It's going to take a while to get all that put in. They put in the pipe, they put in the rock, they put in the dirt, and they pat it all down good and tight. Zooming in on the bridge end, you can see they're installing the pipe work down there as well. Turning around and looking to the east, we see they're still putting in drain lines down there as well. They have a tractor towing behind it. There's a wheel packer. I don't know what to call it. It just got a bunch of spikes and they drive around it, packs all the dirt in. Here is a close-up of that packer. It doesn't vibrate or anything, it just spikes on wheels. And it just pushes down the dirt as it goes around. Now wait a doggone minute. The packer just went through with that wheel, and now you've got another tractor with blades behind it turning the dirt back up. What is going on here? Here's a close-up of the thing that's turning the dirt back up again after they just packed it down. Here comes a tractor again. What are they doing this time? Now they're going back through with this packer roller thing. Wait, they went through with the packer roller, then they turned up the dirt, and now they're going back through the packer roller again. Oh, talk about a cornfused state we live in. Now after they packed the dirt and they turned the dirt and they packed the dirt, then they had a dozer go over and smooth it all out. Yeah, it looks nice. It's all nice and smooth. Well, let's see what else is going on with this adventure. Well, looking off to the east, they have it all nice and scraped all the way up to where they're putting in that roundabout. How's it look going the other direction? Well, that looks all nice and smooth right there, except for where they had that temporary road there you see kind of off in the middle of the screen. That's going over to the Doppler radar in the tower area so they can do service on it if they need to. But looking down towards where the bridges are going, yeah, it looks pretty smooth. Now that it's evening and they've all gone home for the day, I can step out here in this road and get a better view of what it looks like out in the roadway. I'm looking off to the east here where the roundabout's going in. Let's see if we can get a better zoom in on this. You can see where they're putting in that roundabout. They don't even have the road removed and down to grade. From what it looks like, they got a lot of work to do down there. A little behind the time maybe, huh? Well, since it's evening and I can get a better shot, let's look the other way. Being able to step out in the middle of the road or work area, whatever you want to call it. It's just a work area right now. Looking out to the west, where they're putting in the bridges. Yep, it's looking good. They're getting there, slowly but surely. But what's going on down there? Let's zoom in and take a look. They have all kinds of equipment down there. Dump trucks, and cranes, storage trailers. Huh, what's that yellow machine off to the right there? Really can't tell, they have too much stuff in front of it. Well, I guess we'll see on another adventure what that is. Zooming out to get a little wider picture. We have a lot of equipment down there. What's that in front of those trailers right there off on the left center screen? Is that a trench digger? What do I need a trench digger for? Well, let's continue on the adventure and maybe we'll find out. Looking off to the north towards my house, you can see that they've graded that down about 3 feet or so. Wow, my hedges look like they need some attention. Look how smooth that roadway is looking. Look how shabby that hedge is. I better do something about that. Gotta keep up with the Joneses, you know. Now those hedges look really nice. I can see out my windows again. They almost look as good as that road does. The Joneses keep up in the grade. Haha. It's the next day and I hear all this racket outside my house. What are they doing now? Wait, they're tearing out more dirt? They just put in that dirt. What are they doing? On a closer look, they have a dozer scraping the roadway down about a foot more. They just put in all this dirt and packed it in and rolled over it and turned it and packed it, and now they're taking it out? What? Now that the dozer has a big pile of dirt about 5 foot high, here comes a semi-truck. What are they going to do? Remove all this dirt? Yep, scoop and dump. All this dirt they just relayed down and they turned and they packed and they turned and they packed and now they're going to remove it? I'm confused here. They just keep going, removing all the stuff they just put in again. I'm just not understanding this. I know it's a confused state we live in, but, you know, there's got to be a meaning to their madness. You can see they've removed about a whole foot of dirt, scraping it right off the top. Must be leveling it out to put in that new road. Well, let's continue on the adventure. The only thing that backhoe is doing is scooping the dirt and putting it in trucks. You can see where the dozer's been blading up that dirt all the way down. They're removing a lot of dirt. Wow. Put it in, take it out, move it. Put it in, take it out, put it over here. No, I don't know. This is just wild. They have this huge pile over here by this drainage system they've installed. They're going to go around it? What are they going to do? No, the dozer showed up, lifts up his blade, gets it over that dirt and rakes it backwards towards where he just removed all the dirt. Dozer's getting all that dirt pulled back away from that drainage box to level all out. Where's he going to go with all that dirt though? The dozer taking it and pushing it down to be scooped into trucks. It just goes on and on. I thought they'd make it a little nicer instead of just going around it. But boy, let me tell you, that dozer, you can see how he cut right around there. And he is just like a brain surgeon with a big blade. He's really close. Okay, dozer came back. Now he's taking that dirt that's on the side of it that he bladed around, and now he's dragging that back to push that down to be removed. Wow. They are removing truckload after truckload after truckload of dirt. Wonder where they're putting all that dirt. It's down about a foot. I know you can see some stragglers on my hedge. I cannot get on this side of it to catch those, and my arms are too short to reach all the way across to get those. So they're just going to have to be. In the previous slide, I could see a cement truck way in the back. So I zoomed in to see what they're doing. Well, he's just sitting there. What's he doing? Well, let's continue on. Oh, I see. That cement truck's waiting for this cement truck to dump its load. It looks like they're putting in the off-ramp, which I thought they already put in. Maybe I was wrong. They're putting in the base before, but it sure looked like they were dumping concrete. Maybe there's another lane of... I don't know. Let's just continue on with the adventure. Zooming in at max, trying to get a better look at what they're doing. You got the cement leveling machine, and it's laying down that concrete. Now they have some guys with some other type of equipment going over it. I don't know if they're leveling it out, smoothing it. Thought that machine did it all, but I don't know. Let's continue on. Now that they've removed the dirt on one side, now they're over on the other side removing the dirt over there. They're bringing that road down a whole nother foot or more. That's a lot of dirt they're removing. They just put all that in and repacked it and turned it and packed it and whatever. They've almost got it completely done. They graded all the way down. You can see the stripes going across of the gravel that they laid down. And they packed in those pipes and covered it with dirt, and now they're down to the gravel again? Wow. Zooming in and looking towards where they're putting in the roundabout, they're still removing sidewalk and roadway and everything else down there. I had a visitor stop by, and they said they watched some of my videos, and they said, well, you need to be in the video. I said, okay, take my picture. Hey. I didn't get a picture of it, but they went back through with a smooth roller compactor and packed that all down, and then the dozer went back over it one more time. As you can see all the dozer marks. It's the end of the day, and they have rolled these sheets of mesh out all the way down. They didn't roll it all the way down. They've got it down to that communication box thing on the right-hand side, but that's it. Well, we'll see if they put out more. There I've taken a close-up of that plastic mesh they laid down. I'm trying to figure out what that's going to hold, but I guess we'll see. They have the plastic mesh going beyond where the drain boxes are. Interesting. It's the next morning, as you can see by all the sunlight off to the east there. And there's a pile of stuff down there at the end. What are they doing? There's a skidster down there with a bucket full of black stuff. Don't know what that is. I guess we'll find out. The skidster kept dumping it and made a big pile, and now here comes the dozer to spread it out. Zooming in, here comes another truckload of that black material they're using. It's a side dumper. He just backs up and dumps the whole load right there. Then the dozer comes out and pushes it on down the roadway. They dumped about 2, maybe 3 truckloads, and now they have these skidsters coming out here, and they take a scoop and they just make these little runways all the way down. You can see how they just dump the load and those skidsters come through and they push it on down the road. You can see the mesh there. They're just covering right over it with about 6 inches of this material. Sometimes they have the skidsters, sometimes they use a dozer. Dump and spread, dump and spread. And sometimes they use them in tandem. They have the dozer and the skidsters. Wait, what's that in the background there? Is that that's a roller? Now they're at the point. The truck's back up. They dump it. The dozer and the skidster spread it out. And then they have a roller pack it down. Dump, spread, roll, and pack. Dump, spread, roll, and pack. Wow. Remember that trench digger we saw earlier? Well, it's down there digging a trench. Why? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. They made it up to this pipe connect area near my place. They've got it spread out, and now they're packing it down. The trucks just keep on coming and dumping. And the dozer just keeps on spreading. This material seems like it's repurposed asphalt, because that's what it smells like. I know you'd have to be there, but it's like the road they took out, they just ground it all up, and now they're laying it back down again. Oh, interesting. Just a rolling. Yep. Packing all down again. Now, I went and took a lunch break. Didn't pay much attention to what they were doing out there. And I guess this trench digger here, he dug a trench all the way down to where they're putting in that roundabout, but on the south side of the roadway. Then this little skidster with a claw bucket came by and was taking these heavy plates off the top of those connection boxes on the south side. What are they going to do? Then we had this truck with this spool of drainage tubing, laying it down inside that trench they just dug. Interesting. Then they come by with some rock and dump it in there to hold that tubing down. Then this other crew will come through and they take that tubing and splice it into that cement box there, and then they take cement and cement around it and seal it up. Interesting. Now they come back to, after burying those lines in with rock and dirt, now they're placing the lids back over those connection boxes. Now that they got the junction boxes all cemented in and secured, it is time to take gravel and start filling in the trench. They have laid 2 6-inch layers of that material on the north side of the road. So there's a foot of it, and now they're putting that plastic mesh down on the south side of the road. With all this fancy equipment they have, they still have to use their feet to roll out that plastic mesh. I find that rather funny, don't you? I thought they were done putting in them pylons. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. The one all the way on the right, that's the hammerhead, and it's got that other one down about as high as that tractor. Just sits there and pounds it into the ground. Bang, bang, bang. That's all you hear. They have a crane holding this casing that holds that hammer over that pylon, and it draws it up and drops it down, draws it up and drops it down on that hammerhead. You can see now they got it down below that tractor. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of beam. Well, they had that plastic mesh rolled all the way out to where they had the other plastic mesh. They never did extend any more plastic mesh than where it is now. And they paved all that stuff all the way down just over the dirt. I don't know what the difference is between down there and back here, but it is what it is, I guess. It's a new day. It's June 30th, 2022. Not only are they putting that material on the other side, they're putting another 6 inches on this side. That's going to be 12 plus 6. That's 18 inches of that stuff. Wow, that's a lot of material. The trucks just don't stop. They go and they go and they go, and the dozer's gone. And boy, the price of diesel, whoo, this is getting expensive, huh? It's slow go on the other side because they're laying all that new stuff. On this north side, they've only laid that extra 6 inches down and gone over it with a roller to pack it in. I'm not going to show all of it because you've seen it before. But as you can imagine, it's dump and spread, dump and spread, dump and spread. It is now Friday, July 1st, 2022. Well, they have a grader out there, and you can see like a little tower thing on that grader, and then there's a little tower thing in the middle of the road. Well, it tells that machine exactly where to put that blade on how high they want it. Fascinating. Well, now, I see what that yellow machine we were looking at before is doing. It has a tower on it as well, You can see it in between those two guys. And it's communicating with all the towers it has around it to tell it exactly how high that road's going to be. And it's smoothing it out, piling what that doesn't need off to the side. Here's one of those communication towers that's talking to the machinery right here next to my house. It's telling them exactly how deep that's going to be on the road compared to where it's sitting now. Technology today. Just a close-up of that machine. Keeps everything nice and tidy and neat. Might have a little spillage there on the side, it looks like, but for the most part, it's being laid exactly how they want it and where they want it. Well, the machine's gone all the way down on this side. Got it all smoothed out, and then they had a water machine go through and just spray water on it. I don't know if they're looking for puddles or what they're looking for, but that's what it looks like after the machine's gone by. It's July 3rd, it's the 4th of July weekend, and they're all taking the nice long break that they deserve. So I'm able to step out into the middle of this roadway and take a picture out to the east and show you what they've done so far. No, let's turn around and look what they've done to the west. Boy, that sun in the sky is really bright, isn't it? If I didn't wait till later, it would have been straight in my eyeballs. I was looking off to the west towards where they're putting in the bridges. It's looking good. They're doing a fantastic job. Ooh, that was a long adventure. The thing of it is we still have 4 more months. It's only the first part of July, and this is not ending, they say, until almost the end of October. They don't push it back more. Well, the adventure continues. I saw this sign on the internet. Been seeing these protest signs for years. I don't think they're working. Well, I don't know if you can hear the firecrackers going off in the background or not, but you all have a wonderful 4th of July weekend. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.